Hi everyone. So here I'm going to today discuss about one of my projects that I've built as a part of my skill test at Coding Ninjas skill test for 1 year JavaScript. And so basically I had to here develop a stopwatch using vanilla JavaScript, and I've styled it using CSS. So this is a simple stopwatch. Here we can see three buttons: start, stop, and reset. It works like a simple stopwatch. As soon as I click on the start button, it starts up the timer. As soon as I click on the stop button, it here pauses the timer or stops the timer. And here we can see that the inner HTML of or the inner text of the start button has changed to resume. So as soon as I click on resume, it resumes the timer. Okay, and when I click on stop, it pauses and stops the timer. Right. Then we have here one reset button. So as soon as I click on the reset button, it resets the timer. We can see 0000 here, and then here we can see that the inner HTML of the resume button has changed back to start button, uh, back to its initial position. Right. So basically, the reset button resets the stopwatch to its initial position. Okay, so now I'll quickly discuss about how I approach this problem, and then I'll share a snippet of my JavaScript code. How I approach this time problem is basically I've used the JavaScript timing functions. Okay, the set timeout, clear interval options, and here this is my GitHub repository, and here we have my script.js file, right? So here I have this uh, array which has milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours, and here all the units are initialized with 0 initially, right? Then we have a few event handlers for start, stop, and reset button. So here, and then I have a function namely show time. Okay, so let me zoom it up a bit here. Right. So this is a simple event handler for start button. It collects the interval, and we have used the set interval function here. Then I have in the reset button, I've set the inner HTML of this as 0 and initialize them with 0 again. Cleared the interval and set the interval of inner HTML as start, and here it is resume. So this is something very simple. Now I have this showtime function, and the actual code or the logic behind the how my stopwatch is working is stored here. So I'm increasing my milliseconds by 10 automatically initially, right? And then as soon as they reach 1000, right? We know that 1 second equals to 1000 milliseconds. So I've increased seconds, right? Seconds plus plus. And as soon as my seconds and minutes reach up to the threshold 60 level, I've increased the minutes and then the hours, right? Then I've used basically the JavaScript ternary operator here, and this h let h is equal to if my hours are less than 10. So why I'm using this logic here is because if for single digit, if I'll directly display hours, then it will display like two for example, there would be no zero behind a single digit, right? So I want to display two digits like 0 1 0 2 0 3, and not simply one. So basically, if my number is less than 10, I'll append a 0 in front of it. Else, if it is not less than 10, right, then it gets displays as it is. So, and in the case of milliseconds, if a number is less than 10, I'll append double zeros, and if it is lesser than 100, I'll append a single zero, and then I'll display it in the inner HTML. So thank you, and this is how I've uh, approached my problem and designed a JavaScript. Thank you for watching.